It's November 29th, 2022, Tuesday, and I'm back. But boy, am I not all here, guys. I do not feel well. I caught that bug that was flying around, biting everybody. Well, I finally got bit, guys. But that's okay. I'll make it through. You guys are that important. We need to catch up on a little bit of everything, folks. So that's what we're going to do. Good to be back. Good to have you all here. Can't wait to talk to you guys. It's been a few days. Let's do this. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Hopefully better than me. Missed you guys. Yeah, I heard there's some storms flying around. I was watching the news this morning and it looks like there's some tornado warnings and all sorts of things going around. 19. Well, damn, brother. That's cold. It ain't that bad here. Welcome, guys. Come on in. Grab your coffee, your tea, you know the whole spiel. Whatever you're drinking, come on in, have a seat, and catch up. I missed you guys. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do that through the whole thing, so my apologies. I debated on whether or not I should come in here or not, but I missed you guys, and I owe that to you guys, so here I am. Good to see you guys, and thank you guys for joining me today. We need to catch up on everything. You can catch me up, and I'll catch you up. Oh, yeah, I'm sick, hon. But I'm here. I couldn't do this yesterday if I wanted to. I was a mess. For those of you that did text me and or message me, thank you for checking on me. I appreciate that. And even for those of you that were thinking about it, I thank you so much for that. What's up, Fupa? Well, I'm jealous. Hold on a second, everybody. Be right back. Sorry. All right, I'm back. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Let's see who we got in here so far. Looks like Fupa is in the house. Miss Izzy Rose is here. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Mama Bear. My brother Strike First. So great to have you here today, bud. Nana, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Joy Perry, it's good to see you. I don't blame you. If it's cold, stay in that bed if you can. I don't blame you. And I am not feeling good today, Strike. My head feels like a balloon getting ready to pop that's been overinflated. Great to see you, Fupa. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys want to share this out, please do. I did too. We will see. Hot G. I got hot G and I got cold G. I'll be all right, Strike. I gotta come up. I need to get some medicine. Is what I need to do. That'll definitely help me. But yeah, it's going around everywhere, Izzy. I still haven't seen or heard from Miss Lisa, so she's still sick, obviously. Hoping she's getting better. Yeah, I woke up Sunday morning and I had just like not a real bad sore throat, but just I could tell it was there. And then went through the whole day. I was okay, so. Um, my Browns won their football game. I was excited about that. You know, it wasn't a bad day. Yeah, I got that headache too, Mama. Excuse me. But um, so I went to bed Monday. I woke up Monday, and it was like somebody hit me in the head with a truck. I got the headache. I got this and that, and I'm trying to get. Well, we all know the situation. I need to get some medications. I need to get to a doctor, but that's not going to happen. Um, no way in hell I can afford that. And if nothing else, I'd like to try to get a hold of some medication somehow. Not happening. So I'm trying to push my way through this with the old school home remedy stuff. It's not doing me too well. The only thing I do have here that I've been taking is my vitamin C, but I take that anyway. Miss Cece, the sweetest lady on the internet, is here. How are you today, Miss Cece? It's great to see you. 20 days, but that was it. Using X liquid stuff. Yeah. Popper, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I missed you guys. I couldn't even stand up nor talk yesterday. Barely. So, but I'm here. Um, I keep eating Tylenol. It doesn't do anything really. Um, feels like my face is swollen. It's all here and back in here. And of course, it literally took um, like 4 or 5 hours from the time I woke up until I started coughing. I mean, and it's in there. I always get the chest crap, always. So we'll see what happens. Eventually, I don't know. I am doing that. I've already done that strike, honey and lemon. I do have that stuff. Um, that's about it though, guys. I need to get a hold of some Mucinex, some Dayquil, um, over the counter stuff or whatever I can, because there's no way in hell I'm gonna get to a doctor. I'd love to, but it ain't gonna happen. I just hope I can keep my lungs clear because that's what usually happens. Is I usually get it bad in the lungs. I'm trying not to this time. It's there, but it's not as bad. Welcome, Miss Heather. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope everybody's doing good. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope everybody that was not feeling well is feeling better. I hope everybody's healthy, happy, so on and so forth. Just bear with me today, guys, because I'll be coughing and blowing my nose and all that other crazy stuff on and off. So, good morning, Christy. And Miss Jen, thank you so much for joining us today. Oh, yeah, I got the funk all right. I think it was my grandson, Thanksgiving. He had a residual cough, and I was told that it was old. Okay, I hadn't seen him in a few days. What's up, Lance? Thanks for joining us. And of course, he was in my face. You know, we hug and squeeze and play around and all that. And I was good. Sunday morning, there it was. So, that's awesome, Izzy. That's awesome. I love to hear that. Yeah, we're gonna try to catch up on a little bit of everything today, guys, best I can. But just bear with me. I'm just amazed I'm here. Like I said yesterday, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I couldn't stand up straight. It was bad, and I tested. Luckily, it's not COVID. Of course, I always test for that. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate that, hon. Um, I appreciate you guys joining me. Come on in, guys. Get comfortable. And bear with me. Oh, absolutely. I love you guys, Lance. I'll do the best I can to be here. It's not just for you guys; it's for me that I do this too. Don't get, I miss when I'm not here, and you guys deserve this so much because you guys are always here with me. So, um, and I appreciate that. So, the best I can do for you. Um, 1 second, everybody. I'm almost done, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, this stuff is not fun. I hate having a cold, guys, and it hits me, and it goes directly to my lungs, like I said. And I'm trying to avoid that. So, um, well, I got a whole bunch of messages from quite a few people. Yeah, that's all I did yesterday, CC. I couldn't stay awake. It was ridiculous. Well, I heard something about Izzy, now that you brought that up, that her parents are being sued for something about a GoFundMe or something. I mean, it is sad. Oh, I'm doing okay. I'll be all right, CC. I will if I don't want to lay. Here's the thing: is if I'm laying around too much, I don't want this crap to sit up in my lungs like that. So I'm trying to stay kind of active and motivated. Plus, I missed you guys, and you guys always make me feel better. So there's that too. I will when I'm done with this. I'll get some rest, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm not stressing. Don't worry about me. I appreciate that though, you guys. I do. Uh, Listen, it was so bad yesterday. um, I took I took some Tylenol because that stupid headache won't go away. But anyway, I fell asleep sitting up on my love seat watching TV, and I woke up to my front door opening. My wife was coming home with my son and my wife, and as I walked in the door, or they walked in the door, it like startled me, and I sat up, and they both looked at me, and I looked at them. And I guess I talked to them. I don't remember doing that, but back to sleep I fell. It was crazy, and I'm still like off a little. So if I'm off, please excuse me. The sinus things, when it hits your sinuses, it really screws with me bad. So anything if I seem off today, if I say shit that doesn't make sense or whatever, just ignore me. I apologize ahead of time. I'm definitely got this crap, and it's all in my head, and it's slowly going down here. So I also got their name in there to where the reward money. Yeah, that's what it's about. Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying, Schmooby. I'm trying to get some medicine together somehow. Um, I'm okay though. Take your time, Izzy. I'll be here. Come on in, guys. Get comfy. Excuse me. I need to catch up anyway. Like I said, I missed you guys. Literally, I can't go. It seems like it's been a week since I've talked to you guys. And I'm pretty sure, remind me if I'm wrong, we did a live stream Saturday. I think that's the last time I talked to you guys. So Saturday, Sunday, Saturday morning or early afternoon. It's only been a couple days, so it feels like a week. And I go through like withdrawals if I'm not in here with you guys. So that should make you feel good, guys. Yeah, I need to get a hold of some Dayquil and some Mucinex and all that fun crap, and that'll kick me in the butt a little bit, hopefully, sooner or later. I've been taking vitamin C. I take that, and yeah, of course, Heather, you're right. Vitamin C and zinc. I ran out of the elderberry extract stuff that I had, which here we are. I knew it. Thank you, Miss Cece. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate that very much. I could really use that today. I wish that was coming to me today. I could go get this medication shit and get that running through my system. But thank you, Miss CC. I love you so much, my dear. You're so awesome. I love all you guys. What was I doing? That's something else, you guys. And this isn't COVID. I tested positive or negative. Sorry. Welcome, Lena. Good to see you, hun. What was I gonna say? See, this has been happening to me all day and last night. I'm goofy, guys. It's weird. And you're more than welcome to laugh at me because it's funny. My wife was laughing at me this morning when she got up for work. Hold on, everybody. 1 second. I'm trying to load something here. Good morning, Miss Vicky. Thank you, Miss Heather. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Believe me, anything I make off of that today is going directly to the pharmacy because I need this medication, guys. This shit's not cheap either. I was called yesterday trying to price it, and Mucinex and all that crap. Everything has gone up. Not just food. Everything. I don't know how they expect us to survive this. Let me flip this up here real quick. Miss Cece, thank you so much again, my dear. I love you so much for the first super chat. That's a super chat, I believe. All right. Thank you so much. Sorry, everybody. I was being so careful too, you guys. It is stupid, very expensive around here, Lena. Very expensive. I'm goofy. I am goofy, guys. I am so goofy today. I was talking to my son, he was getting ready to go to school, and I guess I started, as I was talking to him, I was kind of like dozing back off, sitting there, okay? And he was like, "What did you just say, Dad?" And I said, "Huh?" I said, "What are you talking about?" I didn't say anything. You just rambled some whole thing off to me about school and my face and my hands. And I said, okay. I don't remember it. It's crazy, you guys. And he starts laughing. And I said, go ahead, laugh. It's all right. Thank you again, Miss CC. Good Lord, I wish these things would come through immediately, these super stickers and super chats. Thank you, everyone. And Miss CC, thank you so much, my dear. Awesome. Yes, Vicky, again, it is expensive. I can't believe it. I haven't been sick, knock on wood, but I am now for, well, since last November when I ended up with COVID. And I'm thinking, oh my God, is this like a repeat, And I tested myself immediately and it came back negative. But still, I still have this crap. It's not fun. So for those of you that have been through this, I was praying for you guys. Just say a little prayer for me that this goes quick. Because I'm usually, when I get like this, it's usually prolonged for a longer period of time than it should be because my lungs are bad. So it is what it is. Ugh. Like I said, my head feels like a balloon that's been over inflated and it's, you know what I mean? Where it's getting ready to pop. That's what it feels like. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, Lance. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of you guys. I missed you guys. Great to be here with you guys so much. So much. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Somebody told me, by the way, I don't know who did it. I saw somebody had, whoever did it, I want to thank you very much because I really did need a new pair of these. Somebody sent me off of my wish list a new set of headphones. My other ones were beat. They were bad. So thank you so much. These came yesterday via Amazon. I didn't even know I was getting them. These are nice too. Very nice. So thank you so much, whoever that was. I didn't see a note or anything in there. So either way, I appreciate it and love you so much for it. Yeah, exactly, Smoothie. Be careful because they're out there. These bugs are biting left and right. Good morning. Oh, wait a minute. Is this somebody I messed already? Are you trying to get rid of me or what, Strike? Yes, they are very nice. Whoever bought them off my wish list for me, I absolutely appreciate that because my other ones that I had were so bad. These have a built-in microphone and everything, and they weren't too pricey, but they sound great. So I'm very grateful for that. And of course, Miss Cece, which she purchased for me, I definitely needed that. And I thank you, Miss Cece, for that. Very much so. Yeah, Schmovie, make sure you mask up. Because it's everywhere, guys. I was watching the national news, and I guess like the flus and respiratory viruses, they're just all over the world, not just here. Ireland and the Ukraine. Well, the Ukraine's got a lot more problems than that. Great Britain. I mean, everywhere you look, people have it's the same. It's crazy. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, don't worry about that, Schmovie. Don't worry about that at all. I just, like I said, somebody had told me a long time ago to put that together and throw it on here. I'm not even sure I did it right, but I wish it was snowing here, Vicky. I wish it was. I love watching it snow too. It is pretty. Puts me in that Christmassy mood. You know what I mean? Hold on, guys. Sorry. Okay. So what is up, everybody? How is everyone? How are you? How are y'all doing? I've missed you guys. Yes. Come on, guys, and jump on in the sauce with me. If you haven't already, Become a meatball. I love my meatballs. You guys are amazing. Yep. That's how it goes around here too, Shmooby. I swear to God. I'm not kidding. Every year, right around Thanksgiving and around Christmas, within there, somebody in my house is sick. Every damn time. It's ridiculous. It's like a curse or something. I love that. Like I said before, I only like snow when I'm looking at pictures. That's awesome. Yeah, Strike probably gets more snow than any of us. I would venture to say where he's at. They get snow, 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 real snow. Hell, what was it, dude? March? Was it end of February or March last year or this past year? You got dumped on or something. I think it was like feet of snow, like lots and lots of feet of snow. It was crazy. I can't remember exactly when it was. Good morning, Miss Holly. So good to see you, my dear. Come on in. Roll on in here, meatballs. Jump in the sauce. It's warm. Great to see you, Holly. Thank you so much for joining us today. You'll have to excuse me, my dear. I'm sick. I sound kind of crazy. Um, and if I act weird, I'm fighting this crap. Come on in, everybody. You're all welcome. Stop in, have a seat, get comfy. You too. Come on in. Oh, it's okay, hon. Thank you, though. Let's see what we got here. Santa Claus in the Alpine cheater tire. That's cute. I love it, Izzy. Yeah, I did. I must have caught it from Lisa. Yeah, I remember I was talking about that strike. That was some crazy snow, bro. We got a little bit of what you guys got, and we still had quite a bit. Oh, Miss Cece, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my dear. Always so appreciated. As always. I just wish it would come now. Could really use it. Oh my God, it's crazy, Vicky. The stats on it. I was watching that on. I think it was the Today Show or something. They had some kind of an expert or doctor of some sort. The other day, he was talking about how this, like, how many people are actually sick from everything except for COVID, which is crazy. You know what I mean? But it makes sense because everybody's been locked down for so long and stayed away from each other and, blah, blah, blah. And now the germs have become like super germs because they've been mutating and mutating in people's immune systems. We're not used to getting sick because we've stayed away from each other so long that when we do get it, it's like, woof. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy stuff. So it is what it is. Just got to deal with it. Try to get through it. Ugh. Hold on, everybody. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna mute this. You don't want to hear this. Oh crap, that sucks, Izzy. We had that happen last year here, and it was cold. Are you staying warm? You got to stay safe. That's not good. You got to get that furnace rolling somehow. Or something. Just be careful. It's too cold. It's going to be getting colder. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's crazy. Yeah, ours. Good morning, Miss April. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Miss Pamela, good to see you as well. What was I gonna say? I can't remember to say my damn. It's all right. Good golly, Miss Molly. You're never, ever, ever worried about. Never, ever have to worry about being late here, guys. You know that. Good afternoon, Kim. Good to see you. That's okay, Izzy. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you for joining us today, Kim and Molly. And for those of you that are just jumping in and don't know, I am sick, so please don't mind me if I say something goofy or if I have to go blind, black out for a minute to do this or do that. Just bear with me, guys. I apologize ahead of time. Oof. He just woke up. I wish I could sleep that long. My back will lock down. Yes. Yeah, that's what I feel like when I blow my nose. Nope, you're not talking to me today. You can call somebody else because you're not talking to me. Sorry. So great to see you guys. I missed you guys. Come on in, everybody. Get comfy. You too. Yep. Welcome, all of you. Got to catch up. It's been a couple days. Catch up on some things going around. Thank you again, Miss Heather, for putting that up. I appreciate that. Got to get me some medicine today. So if anybody feels like donating today, today's the day. I appreciate that. This shit's expensive. So I got sick Sunday. I missed you guys. I missed you guys more, Molly. I can promise you that. Because I get sick or I get lonely here during the day. I'm all by myself. Well, my mother-in-law's here, but I might as well be by myself. She hibernates in her cave. I call it upstairs. I don't ever see her. But yeah, I got sick Sunday morning. I could feel it coming on. And I'm like, okay. So I ate extra vitamin C and blah, blah, blah. And nope. Not working. Didn't beat it. Thank you, Miss Cece, so much for that. I appreciate that, my dear. I really do. I'm going to try to get me today. Well, see. Well, depending on how this goes, I'm going to try to get me some. I need Mucinex and Dayquil at least. Something like that. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad, April. It feels like, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that, hon. I wish I could get that today. But I will get it next month. Thank you so much, my dear. I very much appreciate that more than you know. Oh, where'd it go? Good Lord. See, guys, I'm doing dumb things. I don't even know what I'm doing. Thank you so much, Miss Kim. Very, very much. Here we go. I appreciate that. I took zinc and vitamin C. I ran out of my elderberry stuff. I need to get more of that too. That stuff's not cheap either. Very much appreciated, Miss Kim. I need to get some orange juice too because I can't sit here by myself. I miss you guys. Yes, that stuff too. Does that stuff really work, April? Somebody else mentioned that to me. I take the elderberry extract, vitamin C, concentrated vitamin C, I should say, and then the zinc. like I said, I missed you guys, and I don't want to sleep I'll sleep all day with this stuff. I will, but I don't want to. I figure maybe if I talk, it'll help me. Thank you, Miss Heather, very much. I was petrified, you guys. I'll be honest with you. I thought for a fact that I had COVID. Um, like I said, Sunday I woke up and I had a bit of a scratchy throat, and I'm like, no, not gonna do that. And I felt a little like loopy, a little. You know what I mean? No, I have not heard any more from Lisa. I messaged her again this morning just to let her know I'm thinking about her. I hope she's okay. And if I don't hear from her by the end of the day, I'm gonna re-talk to her daughter again. See, that didn't make any sense. I'm gonna talk to her, reach out to her daughter again, is what I was gonna say, just to make sure she's doing okay. Sorry, everyone. But so I ignored it. This is stupid. Other people do this, and I laugh at them. But I did the same thing. I ignored what was going on with me, thinking if you ignore it, it'll go away. We all know, as adults, not children, that doesn't work that way. So Saturday or Sunday night, I went through the whole day, and I seemed okay. Sunday night, I went to sleep. I woke up about 2:15 in the morning Monday, and I could feel the sludge in my chest, and I'm like, and I went right back to sleep. Went to the bathroom, went back to sleep, and then my alarm went off 5:45, and I got up and I sat there for a minute. And I said, "Mother effing, here it is," and there it was. Felt like I got hit in the head with a truck, which I still have that feeling. My eyes, you guys get that feeling where your eyes feel like they're gonna blow out of your face, and they're burning around the sides, and my head feels like an overinflated balloon. Look, what's up, Sea Breeze? Great to have you here. Good morning or good afternoon, Brother Mike. Good to see you, sir. Look up, wait a minute. Look up Dr. Zelenko protocol. Also, Dr. Mandel, that is on YouTube. Holistic techniques. A must is the quercetin in quinine tonic water has to be taken so that the zinc can get into the cell to where. I like tonic water, actually. What is quercetin? What's a new one for me? Yeah, it feels sludgy, Kim, in my chest. It all drains every time. The vapor rub stuff. I don't really use that. I probably should, though. I will pick some of that up, too. And the tonic water. I'll have to look that up. Like I said, if anything gets donated today via Cash App or whatnot, I will use that and go directly to the pharmacy to get all my stuff. I promise you guys. I hate feeling like this. My eyes are so heavy too. Ugh. So, plus also, I needed to catch up on some things. Not only did I miss you guys, but it's a supplement that works like the prescription HCQ and tonic. Oh, really? Is the quercetin, is it an over-the-counter thing, or is it something that you have to be prescribed? Let me write this down. I don't have any of that, Molly. I wish I did. Let me write this down. Quinine. Of course, the quinine from tonic water. That I did know about. And quercetin. I've heard the quercetin before. I never had it that I know of. Vicks, yes. Yeah, again, I will get some of that if I can. Put your vitamins on. Yeah, I never thought of that, Cece. I probably could do that. That's smart. Thank you for that. I try to only put things on there that I need for this because it only makes sense. quercetin is over the counter and is part of the Zelenko protocol. He is the doctor that had all his... Ah, I do know who that is. Dr. Zelenko, yes. Thank you, Seabreeze. And I will do that, Miss Cece. That's a great idea. I never thought of that. Oh, it's yeah, I don't have any of that either, bud. I don't have anything, guys. I'm out of everything and anything. I just promise you that. I went in last night. It's pathetic. Looking for. We usually keep the little containers, the little plastic containers, with the screw-on lids full of the chicken bouillon because my wife cooks. I cook. You know, we just usually have it. And I went looking for that. And that we have beef bouillon, and I'm like, who the hell wants beef bouillon? Why do we even have that? I was mad. No, we don't have it. I don't even have any damn ramen. I was looking around for chicken ramen or something like that. Nothing. I need broth. I love chicken broth too. I would drink that even if I wasn't sick. I like to make it with the bouillon cubes. And I put the water through my coffee, my Keurig maker, because it's super hot. And I just, there you go. Yeah, but I do need to get some bouillon. Chicken noodle soup for sure. And I wanted to get some orange juice. So... yes, it started in my head, April, so I guarantee you it's sinuses. I got bad sinuses to begin with, guys. Monday, zinc, quercetin tonic, vitamin C and D. I need more vitamin D too. That's another one. I am out of I'm out of my elderberry elderberry. My God. I'm out of the elderberry. I used to do that, Izzy. I don't drink anymore, though, so I just don't. Selenium, yes. Elderberry, vitamins. I do need to get more vitamin D. I've been out of that for a while. That's probably why I got this. Because I ran out of the damn elderberry and my vitamin D. Yes. I didn't know that the vitamin D helped with that, though, Seabreeze. I just thought that was because we all lack sunlight here in Ohio, and I figured that that's why we all needed vitamin D so bad, because we're all so deficient in it. So I have the zinc. By the way, I didn't know you could overdose on zinc, guys. I found that out. Good morning, Squirrel. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me today. Lemon, ginger, honey tea. Yes. Yes. I need to get more honey. Some ginger, too. Yeah. Drinking hot boiled white rice water will help. Really? You're kidding me. That's new. I'm writing all this down just so you guys know. I do know, though, that I gotta get those medications. I won't be able to function. And then this other stuff I'm gonna pick up too. We don't get any here at all, Kim. You can overdose on potassium. Yes, I knew that one. I did not know you could overdose on zinc. As stupid as it sounds, I didn't realize it. So, all right, well, looks like I got folks in here. How are we doing today, Squirrel? It's good to see you. I was just explaining why I haven't been here, Flonase. I do have some of that. I hate the way that makes me feel. Thank you, Seabreeze. I'm glad to have you here then, for sure. Yeah, I wrote that whole thing down. I'm gonna look that up. Like I said, if I can get. Yeah, I've heard that too, Holly. Especially for like here, because we're so centralized, we don't get it anyway. We're always overcrowded. I mean, I will say this past summer we had a lot of it, surprisingly. But we're typically overcast. It's crazy. That's why everybody's so mean around here. I can imagine, Miss Molly. I have finally had Peter Noon sing to me. Aw, well, that's awesome, Squirrel. Good for you. I bet that made your day. Just saying hello to everybody. Uh, so, really, yeah, I'll need to get those two. That's awesome, Squirrel. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna have to check it out then when I can afford to buy these things. Seabreeze. I have asthma, which is why I get so weirded out when I do get sick because it goes right to my chest and I can't stand that. Yeah, I can see where that would be a problem, Molly. Good for you, Squirrel. I'm happy for you. Ugh. Ugh. That's awesome. Oh my God. You must have drank a lot of carrot juice. You turned orange. There's nothing they can do about it, is there? I heard that happening before too, but there's nothing they can do other than like you were a carrot. Molly the carrot. That's too funny. It's in my chest already. I just don't have the money to go get this stuff. That's why I'm hoping I can get carrot. Yes, carrots. Yeah, hopefully I can do that and I can get that stuff and the medications and I know these vitamin stuff is not cheap. Gotcha, yeah. Gotcha, Izzy. My wife's the same way. We don't have a tanning bed, but she stays in the sun all summer long, hoping that she can keep it going through the winter. And she's very fair skinned, so like for her to get a tan is what it is, you know. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. See, Dr. Mandel. I have heard his name before. I'm gonna look at all this stuff when I can. That's what I figured. There's not much they could do for it, Molly. They just tell you stop drinking it for a while. So, I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time, too. There's a case going right now I'm not covering. Unless unless multiples of you really, really want me to cover it, I will do it for you. But there's one out there right now that I do not want to cover. I don't think I can. I'll be honest with you. So just ahead of time, I'm telling you right up front, I was going over it this morning. and it breaks me down too much. I can't do it. 2 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. Shit, I don't even think I have that. That's what I will. That's what I have to get, April. I can't take the other one. I'll have to check that out too. I need to pick up thyme. Like I said, yeah. Any donations I get through Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo today is going directly to all this stuff, you guys. So yeah, I can't, Heather. If that's what you're talking about, I can't do it. I can't. I was thinking about it because you know how I am about kids, and it hits my heart. Okay, but I can't do it. It made me literally want to throw up when I was watching it, and I started to get I started crying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Thank you, Heather. Thank you very much. Yeah, anything I make off of this Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, guys, I'm going directly to the drugstore and picking up this stuff based on Dr. Mandel's stuff too, because I want this gone. Smoothie, it is the baby Levi. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. If you guys really want me to do it, I will push myself to try and deal with it, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. It completely broke my heart in half. That's kind of where I'm at, Holly. Like after dealing with Quentin, and then that one popped up, and I said, I don't know if I can do this. And it is beyond sad. I've never in my life wanted to hurt another human being. I mean, I thought I was angry at Leilani. No, no, no way. I can't touch it, guys. Like I said, it broke my heart in half. And then I saw a video of this poor child laying there crying, and all he wanted was some attention and probably food. It disgusts me. Don't even watch it, Molly. I'm telling you right now, don't. My emotional health, Schmooby, it's not even my mental health. It emotionally, like, my PTSD went into full effect on that one. I don't know how anybody's handling it, even dealing with it. It was disgusting. Never in my life. I wanted to drive. I wanted to get in my car and drive to wherever the mother of that child lives and physically hurt her with my bare hands. It's disgusting. All right, Smoothie, take your time, hon. I hope everything comes out well. Cardamom, he says to you. Okay, I will check into it. Yes, Molly, that one. Don't even watch it if you haven't seen it, please. I hate for anybody to go through that feeling. It was just disgusting. It literally broke my heart in half. Yeah, Justin covered it. That's part of where I saw it at. What's up, Shacy? Good to see you, hon. What was I writing down? The cardamom. Okay. Sorry again, everybody, for this. I don't mean to make all of this noise. I'm just telling you. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, Molly, by any means. You know that. I don't want you. I don't want you to feel the way I felt. Is all I'm saying, hon. You have enough things that you deal with, and I just don't want you to have to go through that. It was sad. It's so very sad. I mean, unbelievably sad. Thank you, Miss Cece. For whoever, well, hold on a minute, guys. Oh, really, Seabreeze? I didn't know that. I learned something new today. It's all good, Izzy. Don't even worry about that. I'm just grateful to have you here. Thank you for the thought, though. That, right, Vicky. I don't even want to. I just was giving you guys a heads up before somebody asked or expected it. I can't. Like I said, I'll do anything you guys want me to do because that's who I am. And the cases need to be dealt with, okay? But I'm sure there's enough people out there doing it that I don't need to jump into it either. It was too much for me. I'm a strong person, but like I said, after being through some of the stuff I've been through, being in the EMS and fire service and stuff, that hit a nerve. It hit a bad nerve, so I'm just gonna let it be. If somebody else can handle it. All right. Now, what was I looking at here? So thank you. Um, yeah, I agree, Shacey. I mean, when it comes to kids, especially, I mean, good lord, um, it's just too much, too much. And I was just, I was done with it. I couldn't even watch the full, what they were doing with it. I went to a couple different places and saw it, and I just like, no, nope, nope, not me. I'm not gonna do that to myself, and then do that to you guys. You know, it's just, it's no. They're the ones that we're dealing with are bad enough. You know, it's just, it's enough. So, and I appreciate you guys understanding that as well. Just so you know, I really do. I stay away from that, Kim, because it makes me mad. I'll be honest with you. It does. It makes me angry. Um, because of what the outcome of the case was. You guys know that. I'm still mad about it because I don't believe it. I can't. There's just something about it I'm never gonna be able to understand. So I just stay away from it now. I'd like to know that myself, Miss April. Um, I did see, for those of you that don't know, that there was a warrant issued for. Good morning, Sherry. I feel like crap. There was a warrant issued from Mexico for the I can't pronounce her name. The woman in regards to um oh my god, you guys, I'm brain dead. Shankella. Yeah. Anywho, there was a warrant issued via Mexico for that woman. Thank the Lord. And they're saying they want her extradited over there, and I'm grateful for that. But I think everybody needs to be. So um, that's really all I know. There hasn't been too many updates on that case. But I'll give you guys that because I do know that. But excuse me. Now the other case, it is Stacey. I agree with you 100%. It's never been as bad as it is. It's never been that bad. This bad, I should say. I agree, Kim. And like I said, there was a warrant issued via Mexico for her. That woman in the video. I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry, everybody. I have it written down here, and can't even. DeQuandra or something like that, I think it was. Anywho, they have a warrant issued for her. They're trying to get her extradited to Mexico, and I hope they fry her. That's my opinion. I was told to back off of cases. I can't remember what night it was, but I had nightmares all night to the point. Oh my God, Molly! Now come on. You don't need that. So if that's what it takes, then yes, you need to back off. That's not good. Yes, Strike, that's back. Guys, excuse me one moment. What is up, Trophy Wife? A lot of people are saying that. A lot. Give me a moment and I will be right back, everybody. Be right back. Gotta hit the bathroom real quick. Hang loose, Trophy. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining me. All right, Cece, thank you so much for joining us today. I will definitely try to, my dear. I definitely will try. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, maybe you do need to back away from it a little bit, Molly. Because if you're having dreams that are that, I guess, vivid, that's not good. Um, Not at all. Ugh. Sorry, everybody. So Trophy is in the house, guys. So what do you think about this? Would you like to come up here and join me, Miss Trophy Wife, and spit your opinion? Let's save me on talking. Sorry. I agree with you, Izzy. I absolutely do. I think all 6 of them need to be in prison because any one of them could have stopped it, and they didn't. So, welcome, Kat. So good to see you. I'm just trying to talk. Well, we've been talking about me being sick for the first half so far. And I'm just trying to catch up on a little bit of everything. Okay, no problem, Trophy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think and I truly feel that all 6 of them should be in prison, period. Yes, I agree, Vicky. 100% a Mexican prison, because that ain't no joke. They deserve nothing less than that at the very minimum. Disgusting what they did to that woman. Now, I tell you one thing, not to change the subject, guys, but on the Idaho case, I've still, even though I'm sick, I've still been reading and watching as much of that as I can, because that one's got me kind of enthralled again, kind of like Kylie's case did. What did I miss? Oh, wow. That is crazy. That's I think that's more of a gift, Molly. You can help people that way, you know? I can understand that, Kat. Yes. Yes, I agree, April. I absolutely agree. So, I'm kind of curious, for those of you, I don't know how much attention or how close attention you guys have been paying to the Idaho case. Harsh cleared some of it up about the 911. What do you mean, Kim? Explain that, please. Yeah, that's the one I've been kind of stuck on the most, Breezy. Welcome, by the way. I've been watching. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Me too, Vicky. Like I said, I refuse to cover the one case, and I'm staying as close to Shankella's case as I can. There's not a lot, and of course, I'm still paying attention to Summer and all that stuff. I do not have black peppercorn. I have honey. Well, I'm almost out of it. I need to get more. There's a whole list of stuff I got to get soon. I hope. So, let's see here, Kim. He said the roommate was so distraught and the other roommate passed out outside because of it, so no one else used her phone to call 911. Oh, okay. Did you guys notice there was a video? I can't think of who it was. I just caught a piece of it. So, do you remember the one guy in the hoodie outside the food stand? He had on like a brown coat and he had the hoodie on as the girls were standing at the food truck. I do, Seabreeze. I try to all the time from around here. He was kind of standing, and when the girls went to get in the car, the guy walked away. Did you see where it was brought up that the guy that walked away was Ethan's brother? One of the triplets? I agree with you, Kat. A little bit. Just a little bit. And I also heard where they're saying now that they think that Ethan may have been the first one to be attacked, and he wasn't in his bed. Okay. Honey and ground ginger, 2 teaspoons to make a tea. Oh, yes. I got to get some of that myself, Sherry. I need something to clear my lungs up for sure. Like I said, I got to get me some medicines. Get me a little bit of make a little money here, maybe, and I can do that. Conspiracy had it. They did, Vicky. They did clear Jack, but it's just there's a lot of people that don't want to let that go, and I understand it because of the situation, because he was called. If they would have never called him, he'd have never been put in that situation. I don't think. Yeah, I know. I used to do that, cat, and I don't drink anymore, so I can't. But he did seem like he walked away irritated. I've heard that pineapple juice is good for mucus too. Yeah, I've been told that already, April. I'm gonna have to, again, something else I need to pick up when I can. Um, yes, that's what I heard. Exactly, Miss Molly. That's exactly what I heard. And I watched. Now, I'm not saying this, and I really only want to speculate this, okay? There was an interview done with Ethan's mother and the remaining two of the triplets were standing behind her. Ethan's brother and then the sister. The brother was standing behind the mother while she was talking. I can't find the interview now. It's driving me nuts. And while she was talking about the situation, he just had this weird look on his face. That's what I'm thinking too, Breezy. But that's what I think is making everybody jump towards him. So I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Breezy. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw it for sure. Let me see something here. See, I don't know what the hell this is all about. I'm not sure of his name, Kim, but Ethan was one of three. They were triplets. There was him, a brother, a twin that looks just like him, and then they have a sister that is the third, which I've never heard of triplets being born that way. I mean, I'm sure it happens, obviously, because it did, but thank you, Heather. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to have to check that when it happens. Okay, so where's it at? Let me see if I can find this to show you guys. Here it is. All right. When I want you guys to watch this real quick, and then I want you guys to give me your opinion. Watch the boy, he's wearing a blue button down, and then the sister's on the other side as the mother speaks, okay? Just give me your opinion on the brother. When I watched it, ooh, excuse me, it was the guy with the creamish white hoodie, not the one with the brown jacket, and the hoodie, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. You got it, Mike. All right, guys. I want you to watch this. This is Ethan's mom and dad, and then his brother and sister, the two remaining triplets. Okay, now and I might be just reading into this. He did just lose his brother. He's one of a triplet, which is a pretty. It's not just like losing a typical sibling. Twins and triplets and quadruplets and things like that, they have a different bond completely than what regular siblings would have. So it could just be me, but it just seemed to me like he was acting a little bit off, his facial expressions and stuff like that. So I just wanted your guys' opinion about that situation. Okay, Molly, if that, oh, well, let me put this up and see if there's the same thing here, but I think there might be. Give me 1 second. All right. Let me know if you guys hear it okay. No worries, Izzy. We're here.
Reached a verdict today, that jury finding Yazir Daraji guilty of second-degree murder and harassment for killing his ex-wife in 2020.
This is beforehand.
Crime 2's Amanda Rowley was the only reporter in the courtroom this afternoon. She's joining us here in the studio now.
Right, Breezy, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Whitney, the murder trial for Yazir Daraji lasted about 3 weeks, and the jury spent Thursday afternoon and this morning deliberating before they reached a verdict. Now, an autopsy report confirmed Daraji's wife was strangled to death.
Yes.
But then investigators also determined he later.
That's kind of what I thought, Breezy. And then somebody said.
And set it on fire. And it was found
to watch him, and I did. And I mean, it could just be like me reading it.
The couple divorced
different than what it is. I mean, people mourn in weird ways. And,
dispute incidents
it's not necessarily an odd thing. So I'm just going to see those of you that maybe didn't see this. Your thoughts on it.
The evidence would prove otherwise, including the medical. The call was made.
Please know we now consider all of you.
All right, 1 second.
Freshman year at the University of Idaho, and is
multiple times. Authorities, multiple people spoke to dispatch on that call, and police say Neroli, Crime 2 News.
All right, here we go.
All right, Amanda, thank you. Well, it is not.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. Okay. That lady that's going to Mexico prison, she ain't gonna like it. Oh, it is. Definitely, Izzy. Definitely.
Now been more than a week since 4 University of Idaho students were killed in their off-campus home in Moscow. Last Sunday, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves were found stabbed to death. Now, a week later, Moscow police still don't have a motive, a murder weapon, or a suspect. Over the weekend, we did get a few more details about the 911 call that came in, as well as the conditions of the victims when they were found. So here are 3 things we learned throughout this weekend. Police cleared up some rumors surrounding the 911 call that was made last Sunday just before noon. They said the call would...
Now, see, we didn't know this. At least I didn't. This is kind of new. The 911 call was made by a friend of a surviving roommate. Okay. Unknown male called by victims, not a suspect. And the police are not ruling out multiple killers now. And that's good to know.
Was made using a surviving roommate's phone by a friend who had been called to the home. Multiple people spoke to dispatch on that call, and police say none of them are being considered suspects. The night of the murders, Madison and Kaylee reportedly called an unknown male multiple times. Police say he is also not considered a suspect. The Moscow police chief, though, has said they do not know if the victims were killed by one person or if perhaps there was another killer.
One individual kill 4 people at night and not wake up the other 2 roommates.
Our investigation will continue to look at all avenues of that investigation. I cannot disclose any of that information. I don't even know that information at this point in time, and that's why we're continuing to investigate.
In the meantime, the Latah County coroner has said the 4 students were likely asleep when they were killed. Some had some defensive wounds. Each victim was stabbed multiple times. Authorities found no signs of sexual assault. Moscow police are saying at this time in the investigation, they do not believe the 2 surviving roommates or a man seen standing near a local food truck or involved in any way in the murders. Moscow PD also did share the 2 surviving roommates had been out last Saturday night, but returned home by 1 a.m. and did not wake up until later on Sunday. They have also investigated the private party driver who took Kaylee and Madison home. They say they do not believe he is involved in the murders either. And today, the first funeral is being held for one of those victims, Ethan Chapin. He was the only male victim, and he was Xana's boyfriend. Both of them were
That's why we're here.
Crime 2's Mark Hanrahan is joining us now with more about Ethan.
Whitney, Ethan had just turned 20 years old. He was just a couple of months into his freshman year at the University of Idaho, and his parents had just visited Ethan and his siblings the weekend before police say he was killed. In his obituary, it's quoted that Ethan loved life, laughed continuously, and that he was a kind friend to all. Ethan was the firstborn of triplets and attended the University of Idaho with both his brother and his sister. Ethan was also described as an avid golfer, surfer, and loved to play volleyball and pickleball. His funeral will be held in the same town he attended school, Mount Vernon, over on the west side. Today, Ethan's mom, with his brother and sister at her side, delivered an emotional statement. Take a listen.
So my name is Stacy Chapin. I thought I could do that.
All right, now this is the brother and the sister, of course. They both go to the same school, so on and so forth. The father and the mother. And this is really sad in a lot of ways. So
Today we're here to honor the life and legacy of our son and brother, Ethan Chapin, one of the most incredible you'll ever know. Together, we have gratitude to the following. Our neighbors in Mount Vernon and Laconia, Washington, and the local communities of Priest Lake and Moscow, Idaho, for their ongoing support and care. Our extended family and friends who serve as beacons of strength and remain by our side throughout every moment. The Moscow Police Department, who now carry the burden every day, not only for us, but for all of the impacted families. And the many strangers across the country, your outreach and kind words are profoundly touching. Please know we now consider all of you friends. And lastly, we thank the media for keeping this story top of mind.
I agree, Izzy.
Thank you.
Ethan's parents said that Ethan was sleeping over at his girlfriend, Xana Kernodle's house the night that they were killed. They, like everyone else, just waiting for answers as to who killed their son and why. Whitney?
All right, Mark, thank you very much. In the meantime, there has been an incredible outpouring of emotion following.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, somebody told me to watch him and the way he acted. And I just think he doesn't know how to act. I agree with you, Izzy. Breezy. Sorry about that. Told you guys I'm off. I agree. I don't think he knows what to feel or what to do. And honestly, I think that maybe it's not even hit him fully yet, any of them. Because that does happen, guys. I mean, sometimes people go through delayed, like it's called delayed shock syndrome. And it's basically, I went through it when my best friend Angie passed away. It took me, I didn't react to it really till like 2 weeks after it happened, and then I didn't know what. I just completely broke down. So I mean, it happens in different ways, but I think he was trying to be strong for his mother. I didn't really see much of anything there. I mean, of course, I'm going to look in every direction. Absolutely, Tony. Right. Welcome, by the way, Tony. I'm going to look at everything, and that's what we do. That's what the think tank is all about. Yeah, there's a lot to this one, Tony. I agree with you. I'm not saying, I'm not going to outright just say, well, maybe it was his brother. Maybe it was this, maybe it was that. It's not like that. That's not how I do this, guys. I'm just saying we have to look at a little bit everything, you know, and just look at all the outside of everything. Think outside the box sometimes. You never know. You know what I mean? I've seen crazier things happen. So I go through that every day, Izzy. Me and Angie were best friends for 41 years. That's a long time. A long time. Okay. So it happens every day. I've texted her. I still do text her. I send her messages sometimes. My wife does the same thing. So but yeah, that believe me, that scenario, Tony, I'm not gonna overlook anything. And if you know I think if you don't look at everything, you know, law enforcement does the same thing. If you don't look at everything, then you're gonna miss something. Period. So that's just my opinion. No, I get it, Lance. I understand completely, brother. This whole thing, this whole thing is sad, and this is big, guys. It was four young people that are gone that didn't need to be. So, um, let me see here. I was going to show you guys something else, and I'm trying to find it. They interviewed one of the sorority girls, one of those sisters in the sorority that the girls were in, and said that like she had seen and talked to them, and everything was normal. You know, there was nothing out of out of out of step for people. Everything went on as it did. And I watched an interview with oh Lord, Kylie's sister, Kaylee's sister. I'm sorry. And it was an earlier on in her. I think her brother, her sister, and her father were in the interview. Okay, and she was saying that Kaylee had talked to her on a daily basis. What are you guys talking about over here? Back up here. Oh, podcast, Small Town Murder. I haven't seen that. But and somebody had brought up the fact that there was well, police brought it up too that Keely may have had a stalker. Okay, and the sister said she didn't believe so because they talk so often and so regularly that Kaylee would have said something to her if there was somebody that was stalking her, and so she doesn't think that there was one. Which kind of like that pulls back from something of what the police think is going on in a sense. I did not see that. What is that in regards to, Kim? Is it worth looking at, or excuse me, guys? Now I have seen let's see, very recently, just was it 2 days ago? Oh, I'm sorry, on Stitcher. What is Stitcher? Never heard of that. There was an incident that happened in that area. I think it was night before last that police were called that a girl went to get into her vehicle and there was a man sitting in her front seat. And the girl, I think, believe was with her friend. She jumped out of the car and started running away, screaming. They called 911. And by the time police showed up, there was nobody there for them to investigate. So are these things happening because people are paranoid, or is this all is this all related to this, guys? That's kind of what I'm wondering. James Pedigallo and Jimmy Wise. Okay, gotcha. Um, and that's what I'm wondering, because they're saying that police have been like police calls have gone through the roof. Is this because people are scared and every little thing that's happening, people are calling, or are these things that they're calling on actually related to this situation? I've spoken with a few people that they truly believe that the dog that was found skinned is related to this. Like wholeheartedly. Okay. And then I was referred to when I said, why do you think that? And I was told, this person I spoke with, right, the cops dismissed it. Exactly, Molly. And the person I was talking to about this said, if you go back and remember how Dahmer did his things, he practiced and practiced in different ways before he pulled off his first actual crime. Well, that's kind of the same scenario, in my opinion, if you ask me. So, again, that does make sense. And for whatever reason, I feel like there's a very big possibility that that could be related to this, you guys. They could have just been attempting to find out how well the knife works, what all you'd have to do this, that, or, this, that, or whatever else, and see what happens. I can see that being a fact. I'm not saying it is, but I can see it being a fact. If that makes sense. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to check something here. No, I agree, Breezy. I think everybody's scared to death. I mean, I know I'd be. And I am pretty sure as of yesterday that a lot of the kids that were gone went back to school. My kids wouldn't. They'd be doing it from home. Sorry to say. I don't care how old they are. They wouldn't be going back. Not until this person is caught. And I spoke to a couple other people. I even spoke with my mother about this. My mother's pretty in tune with a lot of this stuff. She watches a lot of it. I inherited a lot of my traits from my mother, thank the Lord. So she's a pretty smart woman. She's also a nurse. She kind of, I'm not saying it's her theory. She kind of agrees on the whole Oregon and Washington murders, that they could be linked. If that's the scenario, you guys, we have a serial killer. Okay. And then I asked her, I said, well, what about the fact that, the person seemed to know the layout of the house, so on and so forth. And she goes, well, it could be somebody, if it was the person that committed the Oregon murders, what they could be doing is they could be going to the places that are doing this and hanging out for a period of time and learning the kind of casing everything. And then they commit their crime and then they're gone. You know what I mean? And I can kind of agree with that. Exactly, Breezy. There's no reason for it. Especially if they can do it online. Nope. No point whatsoever in you going back up there until they have somebody in custody for sure, locked down, and they know that that's who that person is. You don't need to be there. There's no reason. None whatsoever, guys. I'm sorry. Just stay at home, do what you're doing from here, and you're good. That's all there is. That's exactly what would happen in my case. They were talking about linking the couple that was stabbed to death in Oregon, Kim, and the Washington murders. I don't know if you guys saw that. I thought a couple of you guys had brought that up to me before, but I can show you real quick here. because the traits kind of match up a little bit. Just so you know, Kim. The one that happened in Oregon was around the same time. Same time of the month, same type of the same type of wounds, stuff like that. Hold on a second. You guys, I'm so sorry I am the way I am today. My apologies. It very possibly could, Donna. Very possibly could be the same person. One second, everybody. Absolutely, Breezy, absolutely. Hold on a minute. I had two things that I had downloaded I want you guys to watch. And I was trying to find the Oregon link video I had. Oh, I did have something I wanted you guys to watch in regards to what is believed about the welcome back trophy. Good to have you back, hon. What is believed about the whether or not the murderer knew the four of them? Okay. I have 4 different opinions from experts on this, and
they are among the most experienced.
I was going to show you guys that. I thought it was very interesting personally, so let me show you that real quick. Are you talking about Philip Koch, Donna? I looked into that too. I don't know about that so much. Is that who you're talking about, Donna? Because I looked at that too. Like I said, guys, I've been all over this, watching everything. The 13th, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let me put this over here for you guys. I think I said it, but welcome back, Trophy. Thank you so much, Miss Heather. Again, guys, any donations I get via PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, I am using for medication. I am sick as a dog. So anybody that donates and has donated, thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. Because as soon as I'm done with this, I'm off to the pharmacy. This is misery. Anybody that's gone through this, you know what I'm talking about. This is not fun. But let me throw this up, guys. Let me make sure you can hear it too. If you can't, let me know and I'll fix it. Please do hit the like button. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't, please do on the way out. I appreciate it. Right. 1 second.
Experienced crime experts in the USA. Professor Casey Jordan, Professor Lawrence Koblinski, retired NYPD
Listen to what
homicide
these guys
detective
have to
Alfred
say, guys.
Titus, and retired FBI Special Agent Maureen O'Connell. And what they're saying about the slayings of 4 college kids is no suspect, no person of interest yet. We dealing with a serial killer?
think that what is happening here is that the police do have information that they just cannot give out because it's still part of the investigation, and that it's not some madman out there looking to kill college students.
The order of the killing is very important. Oftentimes, when it's a multiple homicide, you're looking at who was killed first.
The number of wounds is also potentially significant.
Let's say one person is stabbed 20 times more than the other. We could assume at that point, but it would obviously have to be supported by investigation, that that person was likely the intended target.
Dr. Jordan suggests the killer has been gradually building up to committing this monstrous deed.
When you see a massacre of this caliber, the stabbing deaths of 4 people in one location, it's relatively rare that this is the first go-to crime for that particular offender. Very often things happen in stages and the person gains confidence over time.
Kobolinski and Titus, both professors at John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York, believe the killer knew his victims.
Is it possible this is just somebody passing through town who seized on an opportunity?
It's doubtful. It's doubtful that this is somebody that just randomly chose this house to go to. There is a possibility that this is a revenge type of killing, perhaps a grudge of some sort.
But Dr. Jordan and Agent O'Connell say they don't discount it's a serial killer.
There is no way that a person, for the very first time they're committing a crime, murders 4 people. That did not happen.
This person, most likely a man, has been thinking about it, dreaming about it, fantasizing about it for a very long time.
And there's that. And thank you so much, Miss Sherry Lee. I appreciate that, my dear. Very much so. Where are we at? Thank you, Miss Molly. I appreciate that. Give me 1 second, everyone. Very much appreciated, Miss Sherry. Very much appreciated. Give me a moment, guys. Are you still in here, Trophy? Absolutely, Izzy. Absolutely. Keep on talking. All right, guys, I'm trying to get this together. Sorry. Again, thank you, Sherry. Very much appreciated. Okay. Where are we at now? Yes. Are you interested in jumping up here with me, Trophy, or are you comfortable staying down in the chat? Either way, I'd love to hear your insight into this. You usually have quite a bit of wisdom when it comes to these cases. And this one is, thank you, Miss Sherry. I appreciate that. I do. I'm trying. Ugh. I'm trying, I promise. Excuse me. Alrighty. Sounds like a plan. I'll just put a link down here right in the chat for you. You can jump right on up, my dear. There you go. I've been having to do a lot of this since Miss Lisa's been sick. And it'd be nice to have somebody else's opinion and voice up here with me. I know you guys got to get tired of hearing me. There you go. The link is there, my dear. And again, thank you, Miss Heather, for that. Yes, we are all still thinking of you, Miss Lisa, and we miss you. Excuse me, guys. All right, let me see here.
Were the 4 college kids brutally murdered with a knife like...
Oh, sorry, guys. Yes, we do. We love and miss you, Miss Lisa Bevins. Absolutely. Let me see. Let me transfer this over here. All right. Now, just so you guys, for those of you that didn't know, this is the type of knife, okay? As I said, it's huge. Like I said, when we were younger, we called it a Rambo knife, whatever you want to call. I didn't get that chance, Sherry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I ended up getting sick, and I completely lost. It was written down, and I didn't go back and check. I still am going to, though. I promise you that. So let me show you guys this. Oh, there she is. I see ya. There she is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are ya?
I'm good. How's
Good.
everybody doing?
I'm doing great. Well, I'm sick, but I'm doing great. Thanks for.
Yeah, I know you're sick. You got the same shit my 13-year-old girl has.
Oh, it sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks bad. But thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely.
I always enjoy your wisdom on these things.
Oh, nobody, if you don't know what I think, here, let me tell you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Thank you.
what I want you to do is I want you to ask me some questions and I'll tell you what I think.
And that's what I planned on doing. So that's
Oh,
perfect.
go get it. It's your show. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. That's what I was planning on doing because I know how you respond and I love it. So I just you're honest about it, and that's what I like. I like people that don't hold back. I like people that that's why I like listening to you. So anyway,
Yay.
Now let's first of all let me take this down for a minute. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Now first off, what do you think? I don't know why that's down either. There we go. What do you think about the person that everybody is saying now that very possibly is Ethan's brother at the kid in the hoodie at the food truck?
Okay, so I have always had a problem with that guy at the food truck. And oh, by the way, isn't that what the guy that was streaming on TikTok, wasn't he looking for shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Some guys stalking. I mean, that was just like, oh, that's so real.
Yeah.
When I watched it, it was like, that's real. You need to check that guy out.
Yep.
I have always had the feeling that it is like a first thing I thought was Golden State Killer.
Yep. You know what? It's funny you said that, and I was going to bring that up the last time I streamed on this because the scenario was like almost like a flashback of that whole, that whole, you know what I mean?
Yes, there was.
And I brought that up to somebody else, and they were like, no, it's going to be a different this and that. I said, only because this is the first one. You haven't seen anything else happening yet.
Right.
And nothing else. You know what I mean? So, but
unless
no, I agree.
The Oregon couple and the other one, I mean, was that, I don't know. I get, and what I see is a guy about the size that the guy in the, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you turn around your hat and then put your hoodie up? I mean, okay, it's cold, but maybe you don't want to be recognized. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I have a feeling I just have always had that serial killer feeling, and it's probably, or the, Gainesville murders. It's because of that. It's because my daughter's getting recruited to college at 13. And I'm already, I've got a niece in the UK going to school, and I'm just like, man, I know that shit happens. I know that shit happens.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, that being said, what do you think about Jack? Kylie's boyfriend.
Jack's a little Tweety, right? I mean, Jack's like a squirrely motherfucker.
And that's that. Yep.
He ain't that big, but damn, if he couldn't stab 20 times real fast, you know what I mean? Or however many.
And that's the thing. No, Jack is not the guy at the food truck, Kim. Jack is Kylie's quote unquote ex-boyfriend that they were working things out. Now, I talked to somebody.
I have a question before you move on from that. Was that the one that they called over and over and over,
Yes.
or was that a different? Oh,
Nope.
shit.
They called him 10 times and he did not answer once.
Oh, snap.
And they both were calling him. That's the thing that I was kind of like, what's going on with that? But I was at first, when I looked at him and his build and his physique and all that, and thinking about the whole type of, the wounds and stuff like that. Now, if somebody has, I was actually talking to my mother about this too. If somebody has animosity towards a person specifically, or anger, rage, whatever you want to call it. Yes, Kat, thank you very much. Word for word what I was getting ready to say. Rage will give you, I lifted up the front end of a car one time, okay? Because I was so freaked out because the car was sliding down into a ditch. It wasn't a huge car, but I picked the front end of it. It was a Chevette up out of a ditch one time when I was younger. I obviously couldn't do it now, but when you're in that mode, I think you can do a little bit more than what you think you can do. Because when I first looked at Jack, I'm like, there's no way he did this. He's a little pissant. He's scrawny. He's this, he's that. But if there's a rage or an anger or adrenaline, you can do just about anything you want to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and Heather even says, as a couple, they're a very odd match. And I agree. They don't look right together.
Not at all. Not at all.
And not that has anything to do with this, but they definitely don't match. I agree, Heather.
Well, yes, 100 on that, because, she's like a 9, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like a 2.
Yep. Which in turn, let's think about this, guys. If you had the most beautiful girl, well, this has to come from a male point of view, in my opinion. But if you ended up being able to date the most beautiful girl you think you'll ever date in your life, and she breaks up with you, well, that's going to cause a bit of a problem in my mind, I would think. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're exactly, Kim. And I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but he does not. Like Trophy just said, she's a 9. He's a 2. It's like, where's Waldo with Barbie? It doesn't fit.
Right.
So, if he thinks he's going to lose out on that, he can't fathom her being with anybody else. You're absolutely right, Molly. Size does not matter. And anger and adrenaline. And, again, I'm not saying that he's the suspect. I'm just saying all of these things need to be looked at.
No, absolutely. Size does not matter. And that's not, I shouldn't have said that. I just would have been like, I should have said, she's like a 9.
Yeah.
And just stopped at that. So
no,
I am not at all going to body shame anybody or anything like that. I shouldn't have said 2. I apologize. That's bad.
No. And I knew what you meant. And here's the thing, guys. I'm going to show this to you real fast once again. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to show you. Look at this knife again. Okay. That is a big knife. A very big knife. So size or no size, strength or no strength. These girls weren't big. They were small framed, tiny little girls. Okay. And Ethan was not a big dude either. He was a skinny little guy too. That blade is huge, you guys. Look at it compared to the hand. Okay. And it's got a rubber grip on it. It's got a hilt that stops your hand from going down over the blade.
Is that
is
that just showing you the the type of knife, they didn't find the knife.
No, that is just
Okay,
the
good.
type of knife.
That's the
One
type of knife.
second, everybody. Hold on 1 second, Trophy. What's up, bud? Yes.
Yeah, guys, I thought I was going to be cool by saying that, but it was really that's really
I
not.
knew what you meant. I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying there, Molly, is, he can't handle her being with somebody else. Imagine, okay, I'm going to put it this way. Not that it would make me want to go do this to somebody, okay, but my wife and I have been together for 21 years. She's the love of my life. There's nothing else that way that means anything more to me other than my children. I will do whatever it takes to make that work in my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thought of her being with somebody else like that enrages me to a point that I can't even explain to you guys. So think about that, okay?
Rage is the key. And
yes.
Obviously there's a mental health thing, obviously.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I know you can just go buy one at, or in a magazine, you can buy a knife like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. That's just like, okay, well, he didn't only purchase, he had to have practiced. I think the dog is
the
huge.
Dog. Yes, I do. I agree. I think it's monstrous, not huge, monstrous.
Right.
I think just like my mother even said, just like Dahmer.
Yep.
This was premeditated. This was not all right, it's 1:45. I'm going to go do this. It wasn't like that, okay? This was completely premeditated. This was practiced, which in my opinion is the dog. And I think that there was other things that we don't know about yet that could have been involved with this as well.
Yeah.
And I think the police do have some things, okay? That's why I think when the police said initially that this was not random, it was definitely directed at one specific person, and I think that was Kylie. I think everything else was collateral damage, in my opinion. Because I think that whoever did this felt, unless they did see him, that they saw who it was, and therefore he had to deal with everybody. And I think that's why Ethan was not in his bed, because he was attempting to stop it, maybe. And
I'm feeling, in order for that, what you just said about him going after Kylie indirectly, he would have known that Kylie had somebody with her.
Yeah.
So he would have been ready to kill too, at least.
At least. And that's the thing, is that he had to have known there's multiple people in this house. So I have to be prepared, like you said. What about a rabbit, Molly? What do you mean? There was a rabbit too?
What?
That's new to me.
I can't see the chat, so.
Molly, here, I'll show you real quick. She said the dog and the rabbit.
Oh my God.
It makes me feel like something has happened before. Not per se human beings, but something or somebody, something.
Practice.
Yeah, right. Unless, well, see, Donna says unless there were two. And police are not, they're saying that they're not going to wash that out, that there very possibly could have been more.
They can't wash that out. You got to think about, like, Ethan got up, but the girls didn't get up. And they were dead. He must have heard it. And then, the girls in the basement did not hear it. I don't know.
Well, and see, that's the thing, is now the girls that were in the basement, what's up, brother? Good to see you, David. Thank you for joining us. the girls in the basement now were saying that they think they may have heard something. Not that it was a lot.
Right,
They,
right.
they didn't go into detail, but they think they may have heard something. And now, somebody was saying that this house is a soundproof house. The walls are soundproof, blah, blah, blah. So after, here's my thing with that whole thing. The fact, because a lot of people are like, how did they not hear it? Why didn't the dog go crazy? What's this? What's that? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
After I saw the picture, the video of the home, the outside of the house and the foundation with the blood dripping down the foundation from inside the walls.
Yep.
That I've been on scenes, being a firefighter, medic, and all that stuff. I've been on house scenes where I've been on murder scenes. I've been on self-unaliving scenes. I've been on accidental things. Okay. I've never in my life seen anything like that.
Right.
And that told me that the blood had to have been pulled. And I mean pulled like
like
right.
Everything in their body came out.
Yes. Yes.
4.
Exactly. And I believe it was that I think it's 5 gallons. Is it 5 gallons? I can't remember this. A human body can hold up to 5 gallons of blood, I believe. Times 4. That's a lot of blood. Okay. And for that many wounds to have happened, I mean, that told me how enraged this scene is. I can't imagine it. And the fact that it took them 7 full days or more to process everything at this scene says a lot too, guys.
Yeah.
That's insane. I've never seen or heard anything like this in my life. I've seen or I've heard of mass, where there's mass shootings and stuff like that. But this is with a knife.
Right.
Okay. And you have to think about the energy it took one person.
Yep.
If they're going to go with one person, that's why I think it's very possible there were 2. Because it had to have happened, in my opinion, simultaneously, because the noise that this had to make. Okay, think about this way. Thank you again, Miss Heather. I appreciate that. I really do need it. Okay, I like that you asked that, Kim. Before I go into that, right here, this question right here. If it was the person that skinned the dog, wouldn't they have killed their dog? Who did that dog belong to?
He and Kylie.
Would you kill your own dog, Kim? I know this sounds stupid. But sometimes people's animals are more important to them than people are. Okay.
Right.
There's my other point. That's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of could not let him go. And the dog was in the house, and he took the dog with him. They gave the dog to Jack after the fact. So, yes, 4,000 crime scene photos. It's crazy. So anyway, you know what I mean? That's just one more little thing that made me kind of think about Jack. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just hard. It's hard for me to jump off of that. I don't like doing conspiracy theorist stuff.
Dude, that is such a good observation. I never put the 2 together. That makes so much sense that it's his dog. He wouldn't kill his dog. Exactly. And I did think about that his dog wouldn't bark.
Exactly.
Right?
Because he knows him. That was my point.
Yes.
See, yep. I take all these little things and I pull them apart and look at them and go back together with them. And that's what I do with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when it makes one, let's see, I work with dogs. 1 out of 3 doodles or barkers. He was also used to many people coming in. That's a fact too. I will give it that. He was definitely the people. There's a lot of people. It was a party house. But those little things make sense in a lot of sense with when it comes to him too. So I don't know him like that. There's not a lot on him that I could find to look into his history.
Yeah, there's not.
And that makes it kind of hard. But every time I look at this knife, okay, that knife will do the work by itself, you guys. If you look at that and think about it, you don't have to be a big person, a strong person. But like we just said, if you have anger or rage, it won't take much. But I still feel like, okay, let's say he went, whoever this is, went to Kylie and Maddie first. Obviously, Kylie first, okay? Obviously, Maddie is going to try, and I would think she would wake up. And then he goes to Maddie. Well, you're going to think the noise that this probably made, like, that's why I brought up the blood and the mess. The other two people are going to get up and maybe try to come to stop this or see what's going on. That's why I'm thinking there's very possibly somebody else involved that would have held those two and dealt with those two while these two were being dealt with. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the point that I was trying to make with that. I know I'm all over the place, but like I said, but that's why I showed that knife, because that knife will do the work by itself. You really just need to direct it. That's all. And yeah, the first floor was kind of soundproof from what the rumors are saying. That is a fact. Well, the whole house was kind of, in a way.
Hey, Dago.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you so much. I have to go.
I appreciate you being here while you were here.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Anyone figure out the weird TikTok video? I did not see that, Heather. Yeah, I think I put it up once before. He doesn't look like he would do something like this, but I think Jack did the girls at Philip. Well, I mean, Donna, it's very good. Very, very possible. I mean, yeah, I didn't see a TikTok video, Heather. All right. So anyway, let me play this here for you guys.
This one, it's called a Rambo knife. It's got a 7-inch long blade, and you can see part of the steel blade is serrated. Detectives have been going to Sporting Good and
see that? Look at that in his hand. It could have even been bigger than that, you guys. Like I said, you don't have to do a whole lot of work with a knife like that.
and other stores in the area to ask if they sold a brand like this made by K-Bar. The actual murder weapon has not been found, and police are searching dumpsters, hoping to find it. The mystery deepened when police revealed the shocking information that 2 other roommates were inside the house when the 4 students were slaughtered. Published reports identified the roommates as Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk, both 21. Have they lawyered up? Are they concerned about being questioned? Are they cooperating?
It's my understanding that they're fully cooperative with investigators.
The local police chief says cops weren't called until 9 hours after the murders.
You have surviving witnesses to an incident at 3 or 4 in the morning, and the 911 call didn't come until noon?
Yes,
they never said that they were witnesses. They said they were there. So, you know, we don't know why that call came in at noon and not in the middle of the night. Well, I'm not going to go into what they shared that night.
This is the house where
Tony, I believe that in any state, a K-bar knife is illegal to carry on your person. Now, not to say that you couldn't hide it, but out, like, you know, concealed or out on your hip or something, I don't think you can carry it like that anywhere. I think the blade has to be the size of your hand or smaller. Well, in Ohio, that's how it is. Yeah, it was that video that I had played via Facebook, Heather. You're correct. That was when we found the other Facebook account. So that's what I was saying. I had one too. I had one for years back in the day. I had one that you could unscrew the end of it, and it had a match, some fishing line, and a compass in it. And it was a survival knife. If you were to get lost in the woods or whatever, you have that knife, you're supposed to be able to survive. It even had a flintstone too. But yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt this. I wanted you guys to hear this.
Took place. There's a keypad lock on the front door, but friends say many people knew the code. Around the back of the house is a sliding door, which may have been unlocked. The house is large, 6 bedrooms and 3 rooms. They weren't saying where in the house the 4 bodies were found. In a day of fast-paced developments, the manager of a food truck popular with students says he remembers victims Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan ordering food at 1:30 a.m. Sunday. campus only about 2 hours before they were murdered. He also noticed a man who appeared to be watching them, as seen in this video.
Seems like a guy arrived similar to the same time that they do. It seems like he almost looks exactly at the camera and then puts a hat on, pulls his hood up, and then starts moving off to the side, and then is hanging around the truck, seems interested in them, and then leaves around the same time that they leave.
Police have not named any suspects, but are walking back their controversial claim that there is no threat to other students at the University of Idaho.
We cannot say that there's no threat to the community. And as we have stated, please stay vigilant, report any suspicious activity.
Thank you.
And be aware of your surroundings at all times.
A handful of students held a vigil at the campus gates last night. Many have fled the campus.
Please stand and join us in a moment of silence.
The slain were also remembered at a University of Idaho basketball game last night. Kaylee Gonsalves' sister, Autumn, warned other students to leave. If he is sick enough to murder 4 sweet, innocent humans so brutally, he's sick enough to do it to anyone.
Okay. I think it's right off of the campus. So yeah, it's not housing or college housing, is I believe, Kim. So yeah, nobody ever elaborated on that, Heather, not that I know of. I haven't seen anything else about it, hon. So there's that. But yeah, for sure, definitely a strange situation. That video itself, but I believe that wasn't Jack in that video.
They are among the most experienced crime experts in the.
Sorry, guys, that was Jake, Maddie's boyfriend. Okay. Oh, 100%, Breezy, 100%. Because I said that, if you guys remember, I said that bothered me. I'm like, what the hell do you mean? There's no what? That didn't make no sense. Not around here, Molly. You're not allowed to carry any kind of knives on school property around here at all. Nothing. I know that from personal experience because my youngest son, he's 16 years old now. When he was 13, got expelled. I had to go to court to get him back in school because he had a little tiny pocket knife that he had in his book bag that he had used. He went camping and he used his book bag to pack stuff in it, and he forgot the knife was in there. And he was at the bus stop and it was going through the pockets on his book bag, opened it up and seen the knife and was like, oh, I forgot about that. And somebody else at the bus stop saw it, said something about it, and he got expelled from school for 6 months. And I had to go to court to get him back in. He wasn't even threatening anybody or doing anything. He just looked at it and somebody else saw it. So yeah, you can't have anything. And this knife, I'm not lying to you guys, was half the size of this, and this is just a dinky little pocket knife. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It wasn't even half of that. So thank you, Miss Heather. I appreciate that. I have quite a few too, Izzy. I understand. I'll say top 5, Tony. Good to see you, Cheryl. Thank you for joining us. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That's how it is in Idaho. Okay. See, I didn't know, Molly. I don't know the rules like all over the place like that, but thank you for the info. Yeah, we're not allowed to have anything here ever since the school shootings and stuff had started happening. Our kids here have to carry clear book bags, no knives, you can't have anything, nothing that could be listed as a weapon. He lives somewhere around there, Kim. He went to school there with the sister as well. I mean, I'm not saying it was either, Heather, but I do know that, thank you, Molly. I do know that that brother supposedly was interested in Maddie, and that they're saying that he was the one that had the white hoodie on with the coat that they were looking at, that was standing there looking at the girls. It seemed like he walked away irritated, and that they were picked up in a blue 4-door sedan. And you can see it in the window when the girls are standing at the food truck. I figured that out too. You can watch the car pull up and see the lights, okay, through the window behind the girls. And then they walk over and the car pulls off. And I almost wondered if that was the blue car that was sitting at the house when they went, when the police showed up. They started going through vehicles and stuff too. And that was one. There was a blue, I think it was like a Ford Taurus or something. It's a 4-door that was sitting in their parking lot there in the driveway. Yes, it does, Lance. So all of Ohio does. Yeah, it's all over the place, brother. That's a fact. I don't think he would, Jen. I would hope that he wouldn't. But I've seen stranger things. You know, what if his brother tried to... Okay, I hate doing this. I hate going down the rabbit hole with the conspiracy theory stuff, but I'm just saying, what if, because again, Ethan was out of bed. He wasn't in his bed like everybody else was, okay? And his girlfriend, she had defensive wounds, so on and so forth. What if, while this was going on, Ethan, because the reason why he was out of his bed is because he got up and he saw what was going on, or heard it and tried to stop it, and in a rage, that's what happened. Do you know what I'm saying? Rage does crazy things to people. I would like to think that he wouldn't do that, but I'm not, and I'm not going in saying that that was him. I'm just giving different options out there of what the scenario could be, guys. That's all. So please don't, just take it for what it is. It's nothing more than just a what if, okay? I definitely don't want to think that, but Columbus is horrible, Kim. My daughter lived there for 5 years. It's bad. That's why she moved back here. So, yes, Chicago's. I have a friend from Chicago. It's bad too. Let me see. Where did it go? Here, I'll show you guys Jack, for those who see him. This is Kylie's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend,
Of those 4 University of Idaho students, one
or what he was. I'm not sure, but here, I'll give you guys that real quick so you guys can see him. Some of you guys said that you weren't familiar with him. 1 second. It is sad, Breezy. I agree with you on that. I really do. That is a fact. My son, he was in kindergarten, and his grandma and grandpa on the other side of him. So nice. Uh-huh. Right. I understand, Izzy. It's kind of the same situation with my son. They have zero tolerance for anything like that here at all. It's crazy. It was a rough ride to deal with that. All right, so this is about Jack.
the victim's ex-boyfriend's name, Jack, has found himself under the microscope, but the victim's family says he has absolutely nothing to do with the gruesome slayings.
The family of slain college student Kaylee Gonsalves is coming to the defense of her ex-boyfriend. Kaylee recently broke up with Jack Ducour after dating him for 5 years. Her father, brother, and sister were asked about the relationship today on CNN.
He is not listed, notably, as someone who has been cleared in the investigation. To your knowledge, is that significant?
No, I don't personally think so, because I think that there's the entire rest of the world that's also not on that list of people who have been cleared,
right?
Including Maddie's boyfriend, including any associates of Jenna or Ethan that might not be involved. I don't find that significant at all.
Kaylee and her best friend, Madison Mogan, called Jack 10 times an hour before they were murdered. Police today made it clear they do not suspect him.
We're also aware of a male whom Madison and Kaylee had called several times the morning of November 13th. And we do not suspect that individual.
One citizen sleuth pointed out that Murphy may have seen everything that went on that terrible night, if only the dog could speak. Video now going viral shows victims Madison Mogan, Shayna Kernodle, and the other roommates also taking loving care of Murphy. Kaylee's dad believes the killer knew the layout of the house.
Somebody could have partied in the house and got an idea or got the confidence to pull that off.
Police say they are chasing down reports that Kaylee had a stalker.
So far, we have not been able to corroborate it, but we're not done looking into that.
And the hunt for the killer will go on throughout the Thanksgiving holiday. State police are calling for calm.
We ask you and we ask the public to please remain patient as this investigation unfolds.
And that was Jack. Welcome, Brandy. Good to see you, sis. Yeah, and I get it, Cheryl. I do. I absolutely get it. Like I said, it's hard to dispel anything at this point. This is so... I can't even think of the right word to say, you guys. It doesn't help that I'm sick either. My brain's not working. Yeah, I'm sure. Mine too, Heather. Very high. It's hard to not be. Yeah, that's the one. I had that downloaded. Hold on a second. I had a video of Profiler, FBI Profiler. And I wanted you guys to hear this. These are his thoughts, and this is what he does. He profiles for the FBI. Well, he used to, I should say. He's retired. But once you do that, that's what you do. So I'm going to give you guys his thoughts and see what you think. Because everybody's saying that they believe that she was the target, Heather, the initial target, Kylie was. And that in turn, that everything else was collateral damage. And I can see that, but I'm not 100% on that. I'll give that 50%. Okay. Well, let's see. Miss Cheryl says, I know it because it's wide open, but the first time I heard the story, I looked at my grandson and said that, oh yeah, you told me this. He was like, don't tell nobody that theory. They don't think you're a right. I remember you saying that, but still, I mean, I got a couple people on my list, you know, the boyfriend, I have Ethan's brother. I know that sounds outlandish, guys, but I look at everything. And I'm not 100% sure that Kylie was Kylie, however you say her name. Sorry, guys. Kylie was the target for sure. I'm just telling you what was said. Let's see. Yesterday was the first day that I heard that 2 of the 3 girls had mothers or stepmothers to be arrested and all that. Oh, yeah. Yep, I saw that too. Xana, I can't say her name right. Ethan's girlfriend's mother had been arrested the weekend after this happened and drug charges. And I mean, it's crazy. Oh, I got you, Izzy. Well, things have changed quite a while since then, hon. I understand that. I think that there is some info, Heather, that we're not aware of. And the police are going to hold that to their chest, and I don't blame them. I get it. You know, that's how that works. But I absolutely understand. It's too close and personal for me for it not to be Brandy. It's going to be somebody who was so angry. Yeah, that we've already clarified. whoever this person was full of rage and anger to be able to do this like this. We know that. There's just no other way to look at this. This was not a nonchalant, just I'm going to do this for the hell of it type thing. Whoever did this was trying to make a point when they did this, and they wanted to hurt this person in a bad way. For whatever reason in their mind, I think that they feel like this person hurt them. This was a vengeance. I'm going to get you back type thing. And I'm not either, Molly. I'm not either. Any one of the four of them could have been the actual target. It's just been said that she was the target, which is why, you know, everybody goes with that. And it makes sense. But any one of the four of them could have been the target for all we know. And that's another good point, Breezy. I'm glad you said that because I said that too. Me and my wife were talking about it. Was the rage against one specific person or against women in general? That's very possible, okay? And we all know, I don't think Ethan was expected, okay? Because Ethan didn't stay there regularly. That wasn't a normal thing that went on, guys. And that's why I think that was a collateral damage surprise. And that's it. That's it. Whoever did this, you guys, could have an issue with his mother because of the way he was raised, or a sister, or an aunt, or just any woman in general, and just does not like women, period. And it was taking it out on these girls. And like I said, Ethan just happened to be there. And being that Ethan was out of his bed, I think he tried to stop this. And it just didn't happen. He was overpowered. Which in turn still makes me wonder if there's more than one person, okay? I have to keep looking at that. So let me play this here. Again, this is an ex-FBI profiler talking about what he thinks this very possibly could be. And I like listening to profilers because they know what they're doing. And they make very good points too. So listen to what he has to say and see what you can get out of that, guys. And I agree with you, Izzy. I absolutely pray that that's not it. I do. I have a feeling, though, guys, that there's going to be some kind of a twist to this and when we get this. Yes, David, I agree. It is a lot like the Bundy killings, and it's been said more than once. Oh, God. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this, and then I'll do what I got to do real quick.
All right, let's go to the forensic side of this now. This is a hard one. FBI pro host of Inside the Criminal Mind, podcaster Andrew Bringle. It's good to have you. Thank you for doing this, sir. It's surprising that they have kids back on campus when they're talking about targeting crime.
Not surprising. I think that the police are doing everything they can to identify the suspect. The campus has to go on, life has to go on. So I think the police are covering this case as best as they can with the help of the state police and the FBI.
By percentage, it is much more likely that this was committed by somebody, especially being the means here, stabbing, by someone who knew these people than by a stranger. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think based on the open source information, it appears that the suspect, the killer, is likely someone who knew the victim or victims, knew the layout of the house, knew how to get entry into the house. There was no indication of forced entry, no indication of rape or an economic incentive or motive of robbery. He had to be somewhat confident that he could overcome any obstacle in his way. He had a knife. He must have known that these individuals were sleeping. He attacked both the second and third floor, left the first floor with no victims. So it appears, based on the open source information, that he felt confident that he could go into that house and kill the people that he was targeting and then escape without being caught.
Doing it silently. And how do you know it's a he?
Well, the assumption is that it was a male that was targeting one of the females or multiple females in the home. Again, the use of the weapon, the choice of weapon, the type of crime that was committed is typical of a male.
Hey, Gina, hun, how are you?
I would guess that this is probably a young male, someone on campus, hiding in plain sight.
So then you have the continuing concern about, was this a one and done, or is this somebody who has a taste for this, Is there anything that you see here that suggests an answer either way?
It's okay, Vicky.
Well, I think the FBI assisting through VICAP and looking at other cases in and around the area. I think there was a reported case in Oregon, about 400 miles away, of a couple being killed in their sleep. Those connections will be looked at, but it doesn't appear, at least from the evidence that's been released, that this is a serial killer.
Hey,
It's definitely a
life and love.
disorganized crime scene, and you sometimes see that with serial killers. But in this particular case, there's no signature that's been released by the police. Some of that may be intentional in case they do have a list of suspects that they're looking at, and I would understand that. But at the same time, I think that, as I mentioned earlier, the police are working this case from various different angles, and I feel confident that they'll make good progress in this case, both the safety of the community and certainly justice for the victims and their families.
Quickly, what's your biggest question at this point?
The biggest question now is that timeline that was mentioned. You got to look at the evidence, the forensic evidence. I know there was there were students at the crime scene before the police got there. They got the issues of contaminated evidence, and they got to look at the video and that they have, and look at the DNA that they can find. And hopefully, they find somebody in that DNA pool that's someone other than the victims that will lead them to the suspect.
As we learn more, I'll come back to you, and so you can help us understand. Andrew Bringle, thank you very much. All the best to you. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com. News Nation Now.
All right, guys, and then there's that. Welcome, Life Love. No, I'm not. Sadly, I wish I was too. I'm trying to, like I said, whatever donations, if I get any via Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, it's all going to medication today, so I can get me some medication to get better, guys, because I need it. I sound like a monster. I feel like a monster. So yeah. Yay. Good to see you, Gina. Thanks so much for jumping in, hon. I appreciate seeing you. I know you're busy during the day. I promised you guys I will be doing evening streams again here soon. Just got to get everything together. It's great to see you, Miss Donna. Thank you so much for joining us, and I appreciate that. And I apologize for Cuomo, guys. That's true, Cheryl. I think they probably have some info. Yeah, I agree with you. And I'm pretty sure if the mother's got a drug problem, guys, this was, if nothing else, this is a hell of a trigger. I know it would trigger me if I had that problem. You can't expect too much. So, and I can't hold that against her. I can't. I understand. Oh, as soon as I can get me some medicine of some sort, Life Love, True Crime, and some of this other stuff that Breezy was talking about, then hopefully I will be too. I just got to be able to get it. That's all. Yeah, no, I get it, Cheryl. I absolutely get that. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. That's a fact. I'm sorry, everybody. All right, let's get out of this one here. I just wish they could hurry up and find something or somebody so that people can breathe. The people that live in that area. Just saying, Vicky, because it was said that he had, thank you, Miss Heather, so much for that. Again, guys, anybody that feels up to it to donate to Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, it's very much appreciated, because that's going to medication to get me out of this crap. Very much appreciated. Because he had a big crush on Maddie, and that is the only reason why. And he was the one that they're saying, that guy with the white hoodie and the brown coat was Ethan's brother, and that he was at the food truck. Okay, I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying it anything is possible at this point. And I just like law enforcement, you look at anything. No, absolutely, Molly. No, I get that. That doesn't always happen. You're right. You're absolutely right. There are parents that have I know for a fact that have bad drug problems that their kids have never seen them do anything. Not to say that, it does happen both ways, though. Yes. A lot of it does happen that way too, Cheryl. I've seen it go both sides, like I said, sadly. I've seen actual parents that are like, you'd never know, okay? But at the same time, it can go the other way too. So you don't necessarily know, you know. Sorry, guys. Good afternoon, Mr. Whistle. It's good to see you, bub. Yeah, it does. It goes both ways. I've definitely seen it, both sides of the tracks. Yes, I'll be getting it all as soon as I can, Miss Cheryl. That's a fact. Excuse me again. I just wish that there was some kind of something, and they may have that, and they're just not telling us. That would be great, to be honest with you. Let me see here. 1 second and see if I still have that one thing I downloaded the other day. I forgot about half of this stuff. No, that's what I said, Molly. Not all. Like I said, I've seen it on both sides of the tracks, truthfully. I've seen absolutely amazing parents that you'd never know have a drug problem. And then I've seen parents that don't care about anything but their drugs. You know what I mean? It can go both ways. It just depends on the scenario. It is. Just exactly. It's like a coin toss. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and Cheryl, you're right as well, Cheryl. And I didn't know that, Miss Molly. So congratulations to you. That's an amazing feat, and I'm proud of you. Good for you. Good for you. We're all proud of you, my dear. But you're right. It is like a coin toss. That's a good way to put it, sadly. Right. Now, I understand what you're saying too, Cheryl. I see how you were putting it. I can see. That's why when people aren't talking face to face, sometimes the emotion comes out of typing and people don't actually understand it. So I can see how that would be taken either way. But I get exactly what you're saying, Cheryl. 100%. And congratulations to you, Miss Kim. That's awesome. Proud of you as well. Absolutely. And that's something that needs to be said. There's a lot to be said for that. That's hard. That is a very hard thing, guys. I don't care what anybody says. It's not just a walk in the park to get through that. So God bless both of you and congratulations to you both. That's right. It absolutely could be, David. And that's what I said. It seems like a revenge. That's a good way to put it, too. Revenge for humiliation. That's a good way to put it, David. It really is. It's a good point. And I agree with that, Miss Kim. I really do. Right. No, I agree, Cheryl. Ugh. Congratulations again, Miss Brandy. Good for you. Again, we're proud of you. I didn't realize it was that long. All you guys. Completely proud of you guys. Oh, this was the other one I had. Other video I had in here. I was going to show you guys. I think you guys saw this. I had it.
That investigation now.
I had it downloaded. That's awesome, Kim. Even one day is amazing for any one of you guys. I'm very proud of all of you. Each and every one of you. I'm very proud of you. All right, here we go, guys. If I did show you this, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting things. I told you guys my head's like a cloud today. Anyway, if I did, my apologies, but we'll watch it again.
Enters its second week. Police say it's possible some of the victims were asleep during the attack.
Some of the victims had defensive wounds, and each victim was stabbed multiple times.
Authorities also revealing the 911 call that alerted them to the slayings was made from the cell phone of one of the surviving roommates, who police say are not suspects. Investigators saying the roommates had called friends over because they thought one of the victims had passed out, and multiple people talked with police dispatchers. Police publicly ruling out several people who came into contact with two of the victims the night they were killed, including a man seen near them outside a food truck, and a rideshare driver who took them home.
Police are asking for the public's help, issuing a 1 square mile dragnet, asking for any video from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. They are trying to establish how the killer made it into this house and out of the house.
Kaylee Gonzalez's family also said 7 phone calls were made to her ex-boyfriend from 2:26 to 2:52, but the family says those calls were not out of the norm.
This person was asleep, unfortunately, was not getting the calls. Kaylee was in imminent danger. Her or Maddie, they would have called 911. They would not have been calling this person.
Investigators are aware that multiple phone calls from Madison and Kaylee's phone were made to a male subject.
Police still think the attack
Amen
was
to that,
targeted.
April.
Kaylee's family says they're afraid for others.
We've heard that this person will do this again.
Kaylee's mother appealing to her daughter's killer.
The guilt has got to be just overwhelming. It's got to be sickening. Stop hiding. Stop running. Just turn yourself in.
And this morning, family members are preparing for the first of the funerals. Ethan Chapin will be laid to rest a little bit later today in Washington. Back to you, Steph.
It's just heartbreaking. Patty, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss.
And that is, maybe not. There's just, I wish they would come up with something, or at least give us a little something if they do have something. You know, I don't want it to hurt the case by any means, okay? Just something to make people feel better about it. That's all I'm saying. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you guys want to give us a call, 234-703-4047. Let me know what you guys are thinking on this. I would really like to know. I'll be honest with you. Everybody else's thoughts and theories and opinions on this. Give it to me, guys. Throw it at me. Smack me in the face with it. I want to know what you think. Thank you, Miss Heather. I'm sorry, so sorry for that, Miss April, and I feel the same way you do. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Again, guys, 234-703-4047. Oh my God, Kim, how are you standing? That you should have been deceased at that point. That's bad. Excuse me. My oldest son is a severe drug addict. He was addicted to meth. He's not on it anymore. 0.5 is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should have been pretty much done, Kim. You're lucky. And thank God that you are, or you wouldn't be here with us. And I'm grateful for that. God bless you, my dear. God bless you. Sorry, everybody. Oh, man. Awesome, Miss Molly. That is an awesome day. It is, Cheryl. That's no lie. And it's like the devil. It's so very tempting. So very tempting. I'll say this much. When I quit drinking, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't. But smoking, you might as well be drugs to me, because forget it. You have every right to brag about that. I would as well, Izzy. My son, it's been 2.5 years. He still has his issues with other things, but from what I understand now, it's been almost 2.5 years. So I'm proud of him for that. That's right, Kim, you are. In a lot more ways than you probably know. That's right. Every one of us. Every single one of us are needed here. Part of God's plan. That's why we're here. I absolutely understand that, Izzy. Absolutely. Uh-huh. Amen to that, Miss Brandy. Amen to that. Thank you, Izzy. I appreciate that. No, guys. Don't ever apologize for that. Please don't. I don't need to hear. I don't need you to do that. I need you to just be here and be happy to be here is all I want for you guys. That's it. Nothing more. Nobody ever needs to apologize for that. And please don't. I'm just grateful that you guys are here with me. That's it. Very grateful. Excuse me. You guys are amazing, beautiful people, and I'm grateful for every one of you guys. I think that was... Yeah, okay, that was all I had. As far as, again, thank you, Izzy, for that. I appreciate that. As far as my downloaded stuff, if that was all I had. Oh, man. Blow up. Yes, Lance is awesome. He's always positive. That's the way I like it. No worries, life, love, and true crime. Lance is a good dude. Very much so. That's good, Kim. As long as it's working out. Absolutely, Miss Izzy. Okay, let me see here. I think this is the update as of yesterday. I'll show you guys real quick here. In case nobody has seen or heard anything with the updates. Tired of hearing my voice, Miss. Oh, I mean, especially. I'm just kidding. Absolutely, brother. There it is. Come on. Oh, this is so irritating. Okay, let me see where the new thing is. Thank you, Ms. Heather. Okay, there's nothing new. Police say they have processed more than 1,000 tips, collected 103 pieces of evidence, conducted almost 100 interviews, and taken more than 4,000 photographs of the crime scene. That is insane, you guys. Absolutely insane. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Lance. I come in here for happiness too, because you guys make me happy. The killer likely entered the 2,300 square foot home between 3 and 6 and stalked through 3 bedrooms, carrying out their knife rampage. Records indicate Goncalves and Mogan were killed on the 3rd floor, while Chapin and Kernoodle were we talked about the knife. Not identified yet. Neither who is the okay. Sorry about that, guys. My internet dropped a little bit. Sorry about that. Is that better? My apologies, everybody. Famed former FBI profiler Jim Clemente told the Post that he believes the suspect is a younger man and at the time unaliver who knew at least one of the victims. Okay, then. Thank you, Pamela. This is an extremely risky crime for the offender. I don't know how that happened, but unless he knows one or more of the victims or who he's been stalking one of them, he said, going into an occupied dwelling with 6 young adults, any of whom could have a knife or a gun or a cell phone, to call the police is extremely risky unless you know the circumstances inside. That is exactly why, you guys, I think that is somebody close to them that knows them well. Okay. That's what tells me that. So, I think that's really all that's new on this as far as that goes. So yeah, thank you again, little bit, Miss Heather. I appreciate that. And yes, thank you again for that, my dear. Again, thank you. If anybody has donated to the Venmo, the Cash App, or the PayPal, that will be going directly to the drugstore to get me medication. I appreciate that more than you guys know right now. I am miserable. And for anybody, have a great day, Miss Heather. I appreciate everything you did today. Have an awesome, awesome day, and I will see you soon, my dear. I really do feel so. As such, I should say, life, love, and true crime. I just, too many things make me feel that way. I know, it could be somebody else, but I just don't think so. Excuse me. I really don't think so. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, well, typically I am like that at times too, Kim, depending on how bad it is. But you guys deserve to have a live stream. I missed you guys, and I needed to catch up with you guys. So it was important. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. All right, I'm back, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Don't worry about it. Miss Brandy, no worries at all. It's all good. And we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's going around pretty bad, Squirrel, all over the place. Well, Well, thank you, Molly. I'm glad I did too. Like I said, I can only go a day or so without missing you guys. It's crazy. Oh, Kim, thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. Very much. I didn't even get to look. Thank you so much. Don't jinx me, Squirrely. Don't jinx me. You're right. I am lucky, but I don't. I hope that doesn't come along with it, because you guys definitely won't see me here for that. But you're right. I am very lucky. I don't have that problem. Oh man, my head feels like it's gonna pop. Oof. Ground ginger makes you sweat the bad stuff out and opens up your breathing and breaks free. Yes. Yeah, I have a whole list of stuff I need to get here. Tonic water, ginger. Absolutely. And I'm going to be doing it all. Well, I'm going to try. Hopefully I can. Let's see what I end up with. And then I'm off to the store. Ugh. Yuck. I hate this crap. Hot lemonade and a slice of lemon. That's pretty interesting. I've never heard of it like that. I usually take lemon and put it in tea. And I have like a chai tea that I can make. I heard something with the chai spices is good for you. I like tea. I have a lot of different kinds of tea. I didn't used to drink it that much. I just, for whatever reason, I started liking it. I got like 45 different flavors of it. My wife likes it too. Her and my granddaughter, they do tea parties all the time. I wish it would just like release the pressure in my head. I just wish it would just, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to have to find me some ginger for sure. I keep hearing that. A lot of people are saying that. Ginger, lemon, honey, and all that mixture. I never heard of the hot lemonade, though. That's pretty cool. Interesting, Pamela. Yeah, that does help, too. Celestial makes a sinus soother. I have quite a few of those celestial teas. I don't know if you guys have ever had chai tea before. I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you like hot tea, you can even make it as cold. Seriously. In fact, let me show it to you real quick. My daughter gets it from me all the time. She orders it by the case because we love it. Here we go. You know what? My older son keeps saying that, Squirrel, about the neti pot thing. He said it'll break it all open. It's gross, but it works, supposedly. Yep. I've heard about that too, Izzy. I have spring water. I don't have distilled water, but yeah. So this is my favorite tea. my daughter orders this by cases for me and her. She loves it too. And I'll tell you what, you guys. You take this, okay, and I'll steep this in a cup or however you do it. And I add a teaspoon or a tablespoon of the sugar-free French vanilla, like coffee creamer, and then a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix that together. It is absolutely amazing, hot or cold. You can take the cold. You can make this cold, okay, by putting it in ice, and you can actually make like a crushed like in the blender. I have one of those Ninja things. You can blend it up with ice in the Ninja, and I'm telling you what, you guys, this is absolutely amazing. Everything but the toddy, right? Well, I don't drink anymore, so cayenne capsules. Yeah, I heard that the cayenne stuff will break that up too. We don't have a humidifier. It broke. We need to get a new one. But that's a fact. Essential oil believer. My husband calls them my voodoo oils. There you go. Shot of moonshine will do it every time. I've heard that too. So, yep. Well, a lot of the stuff that Breezy was telling me, that Dr. Mandel stuff and the tonic water and all that stuff, I've heard about that before. I've never like done it, you know, but I've heard about it. So yeah, I got to go get me another one, Squirrel. We had one, and I don't know. I think there was actually, because of a storm, there was a surge, like a power surge, and I think that's what burned it up. Colloidal silver. I never heard of that one. Oof. Oh man. And I can feel, because of me clearing my throat and my chest, trying to keep that clear, I can tell that my bronchial tubes are inflamed from that. So that goes right along with it. And it keeps my asthma kind of on its toes, sadly. So, yep. Vitamin C is my best friend. Vitamin C, vitamin D, all that stuff. I'm going to have to, I pray to God something happens and I can get the rest of my vitamins back. So, all right, guys. Well, I've been going about 3 hours now. We'll have to look into that. I've never heard of that. Colloidal silver. Let me write that down. COLLOIDAL silver. Okay. Yeah. I'll check that. What is it, guys? Is it a vitamin? Is it? How does it work? You put that in a humidifier? Never heard of that before. It's interesting. I appreciate all this stuff you guys are telling me too, by the way. Oranges and lemons when you're sticking it. I make a thing. I used to. I don't do it so much anymore. I'll take a pan. And I usually do it only around the holidays. It makes your house smell really good. We'll take a pan. I learned it from my mother and my grandmother. And you put it on the stove, fill it with water. Okay. And then we add cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, sometimes orange peel, and I said cinnamon sticks, nutmeg, yeah. And then we let that simmer on low, and you just keep re-adding water to it throughout the day. And it gives off this amazing smell that is like, it just smells like the holidays to me. I love it. And you just let it, well, as it's boiling and simmering, it goes out into the air and it scents your entire house. See, now my ears are popping. Anyway. Vicks Vapo Rub, boiling water. Yeah, I've heard about doing that. I usually rub it on my chest. I'm going to try, Kim. I pray to God everything works out. Yeah. Yep. That's a fact, Cheryl. It is, Kim. It's very soothing. I love it. And it makes you, it gives you a feeling of comfort, like a holiday comfort feeling. Orange peel, cinnamon stick, nutmeg, ginger. There's something else I'm thinking of. You can put a little drop of vanilla in there too if you want to, and just let it simmer on it with it stirred all in there real good into a pot on the stove and let it simmer on low. And just make sure you add water so it doesn't boil away, but let it go. And your whole house, not kidding, even upstairs, the whole house smells like it, and it's very relaxing. I love it. Thank you, Lance. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream on the way out. I appreciate if you guys could please hit the like button just to keep us in that algorithm. I appreciate you guys all worrying about me and checking on me and helping me with this. I love you guys. I love you guys to death. That's another one, April. Somebody had just told me that. Put Vicks on the bottom of your feet real good and then put socks over top of it, and it keeps it. Yeah, I've heard that. All right. Well, you beautiful people, as I said, I want you guys to have a very, very, very amazing rest of your day. All of you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys and love you guys to pieces. All you guys. Thank you so much, Pamela. And I will see you guys soon, I hope. And don't forget, guys, to love yourselves and love each other, because that's all we got. And do me a favor, guys. Don't stop being the people that you are. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.